It is 6:49. This is your morning in 8 minutes. Right now, police say an armed and dangerous suspect is on the run. The TBI is looking for Rosmel Ruby. They believe he's involved in a homicide in Gatlinburg. Police found a man's body inside a home on Reagan Drive last Wednesday. The TBI is now offering a $2,500 reward for any information leading to Ruby's arrest. If you see him or know anything, call police.
And the Knox County Sheriff's Office needs your help. Please take a look at your screen. They're looking for the driver of this truck. Police say the driver could be a person of interest in a motorcycle crash that happened in the Cedar Bluff area Wednesday afternoon. The truck is a dark-colored GMC pulling a yellow wood chipper. If you know anything, call police.
And right now, country music singer John Michael Montgomery is recovering after his bus flipped on I-75 in Campbell County.
The crash happened on Friday. Highway Patrol says Montgomery and his team were on their way to a concert in North Carolina when the bus hit an embankment and flipped. Montgomery says he has some broken ribs and cuts. Everyone on the bus is now recovering. And First Lady Jill Biden is in East Tennessee today, kicking off her Road to Success Back to School bus tour.
She'll be in Knoxville today with the U.S. Secretary of Education. Knoxville Mayor India Kincannon greeted the First Lady at McGee Tyson Airport last night. This morning, she'll visit a Knox County school and meet with teachers participating in Tennessee's Grow Your Own initiative. It pairs school districts with colleges across the state, offering free opportunities to become a teacher. She'll then speak at the University of Tennessee. An inmate on the run in Cobb County is back in custody this morning. Police arrested Eric Ballard in Mobile, Alabama. Both him and another inmate, Christopher Webb, ran off from a litter crew after saying they needed to use the bathroom. Deputies caught Webb on Wednesday. Both are now facing felony charges. An Anderson County deputy is out of the ICU this morning after spending 40 days at UT Medical Center. Highway Patrol says a car hit off-duty deputy David Lucas Schaffner while he was fixing his motorbike on the side of Clover Circle in Jacksboro. Schaffner spent weeks in a coma before waking up on August 26th. He now heads to Atlanta for rehab and recovery. Right now, officials in Oak Ridge are still working to identify a newborn baby's body. Investigators say baby Wyatt Doe was found dead near Melton Hill Lake 2 years ago. Since then, a nonprofit group has raised thousands of dollars for DNA testing. City officials say after months of testing, they were still unable to identify the body or any potential relatives. If you know anything at all, please give the Oak Ridge Police Department a call. A Fountain City bar can now serve beer again after getting its license back. Hatmakers Bar and Grill lost their beer license following a deadly shooting in April. The Knoxville Beer Board originally suspended the license for 10 years in August. Hatmakers hired a lawyer and appealed that ruling. The Beer Board now says the owners can serve beer while the judge reviews evidence in the case. The USDA is issuing a public health alert this morning. Officials are pulling ground beef products from HelloFresh meal kits over E. coli concerns. The meal kits were shipped from July 2nd to the 21st. The department says they're concerned some people might have the ground beef in their freezer. If you have it, throw it out immediately. We have more details about this inside our WVLT News app. Well, right now we're taking a live look from Westminster Abbey as Britain's long goodbye to Queen Elizabeth continues this morning. Officials in Scotland and England are bracing for a massive and possibly unprecedented turnout when the public viewings for the Queen get underway this evening. Today, the Queen's body will be taken to St. Giles Cathedral along Edinburgh's Royal Mile. Elizabeth's son, the new King Charles III, will lead the procession that will conclude with a private service. And gas prices have fallen 25% from June's record highs, but the Treasury Secretary is now issuing a warning. She says fuel costs could spike again this winter as the EU scales back its purchases of Russian oil. She says the move is necessary to cut off funding for Russia's war in Ukraine, but is likely to lead to increased demand and higher prices from other oil and gas suppliers. Here's a look at your prices today in Knoxville. You're looking at $3.33. The Tennessee average is $3.26. The national average sits at $3.72. And new this morning, time is running out to prevent a nationwide strike by freight railroad workers. A 60-day cooling off period imposed by the White House is set to expire on Thursday night. A trade group estimates that a work stoppage could cost the U.S. economy as much as $2 billion a day. Industry analysts believe that Congress will intervene to prevent a strike either by imposing a contract on the companies and unions or by extending the cooling off period. Visa says it's joining MasterCard and American Express in categorizing sales at gun shops separately. Those purchases were previously classified as general merchandise. Proponents of the new move say it'll help authorities track suspicious sales of firearms and ammunition. Gun advocates have argued flagging gun sales would unfairly target its industry insisting most sales do not lead to mass shootings.
WVLT proud to be your official station of the Vols. The Vols moving on up in the rankings after that big win on the road against Pittsburgh. Tennessee now sits as the 15th ranked country in the land as they look ahead to a home matchup this Saturday against Akron. We're going to hear from Coach Heupel today during his weekly press conference around noon. Kickoff for this weekend's game is at 7 o'clock on the SEC Network Plus channel.
It is 6:54 now. We do want to get a look at your first alert traffic. We do have an incident on 640 westbound. This is just west of Washington Pike. It is causing this delay for you as you get onto the interstate. A vehicle is in the right-hand lane stopped. TDOT is now on the scene. Hopefully they'll get that cleared for you in just a moment, but this is the delay you can expect if you are headed this way. It's mostly affecting you as you're coming off of Washington Pike onto 640. Once you get past that incident, both lanes are back open. You are back up to speed. That's the only thing that's slowing you down on the interstates right now. If you're moving through Sevier County, heads up on Old Knoxville Highway. Some power lines are down between Jersey Drive and Franklin Drive. You're going to need to use Winfield Dunn Parkway as an alternate.
Your first alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley.
5 minutes to 7 now. Just trying to get out the door. Keep in mind we do have some spots of rain that we're tracking for you this morning. Lots of clouds left over, but a lot of change ahead. So standing at the bus stop this morning versus coming home, two different weather stories, that's for sure, as we have sunshine to look forward to later. Really, that's why I can cut off this rain forecast where you live at 3 p.m. Last couple of showers early afternoon add up to another couple of streaks here. See these little brighter green streaks, 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch coming across parts of the foothills to mountains still. In addition to what we've had last night and right now, a couple specks of light showers left over for Plateau into southeastern Kentucky, and then mainly seeing a couple of those showers up through the edge of the valley to foothills mountains and far northeast Tennessee. Another 1/10 to 1/4 coming up through areas like Jefferson and Hamblin and Granger and Greene counties for today. Right now we have a couple specks of rain. Kind of eyes have to even focus in on that as we are hanging out in the upper 60s to 70 Valley and East, but notice cooler already. 60 Crossville, 63 Oneida versus 69 in Knoxville. In this cloud cover, the winds are starting to turn a bit. That's part of that front coming through, and that's why we still have a couple more pop-ups midday to early afternoon, then more sunshine as that humidity drops this afternoon. That does leave us cooler now, but remember, we've got some cooler mornings coming up thanks to that drop in humidity.
I'm very excited about cooler mornings. Just a little light jacket on the way to work. Can't beat that.
Sweater weather.
Exactly. 6:56, we're headed over to WBXX. We'll see you there.